in there, everybody. This is Tamara Lynn, and this is an exciting podcast episode for me. Yes, it is only the 9th episode. Usually people say that number 10 would be considered the big one, but they have it all wrong. It's the odd numbers that count, right? Thank you for listening to episode 9 of Around the Block. Just to start things off, Failed to Study is looking for a tour-ready drummer. So if you guys are interested, be sure to hit up Failed to Study at their Facebook page and let them know that you'd like to try out. Also, Within Ourselves just released their EP last month, so check that out on their Facebook page as well. So this past weekend, I had a chance to attend Pirate Entertainment's Wild Wild Fest in Silverado. 13 stages full of Southern California, Arizona, and even bands from Colorado who I got to speak with momentarily. You can check out this band, No Fair Fights, at facebook.com/nofairfights. Local bands such as Anomalies, Paradigm, Words Once Spoken, and On the Shoulders of Atlas brought in a massive crowd and drawed in new fans on the Black Skull and Kiss the Concrete stages. Being as an Ocean, who was signed with Invoke Records, We Came as Romans, and my personal favorite band, Capesize, dominated as headliners, along with Orange County favorites, Jamie's Elsewhere. Now, watching Jamie's Elsewhere from afar for the very first time was completely amazing. I've heard great things about that band, but I never really gave them a listen, but after that day, you better believe they're on my iPod. I also had the opportunity to speak with the guys of Alorian, who took the stage at Wild Wild Fest later on in the evening, just to get an inside scoop on what local bands thought of the second year of the festival. The band consists of Jesse, who does vocals, Brian on guitar, Michael on bass, and James on drums. Brian, who plays guitar for Alorian, stated, and I quote, "I thought Wild Wild Fest was a pretty cool idea, an outdoor fest for local bands. Also, being able to say I played with Being as an Ocean is something I am proud of." He then continued to say the stages were way too close to each other and there was plenty of space that could have been used to spread them. That was the only downside, and the 100-degree weather. Michael, who I stated plays bass, chimed in with, "I thought this year's Wild Wild Fest felt a little rushed, but still it succeeded in bringing people over from all over to experience new and familiar music." Just so everyone knows that the first year of Wild Wild Fest was placed inside at a venue in Long Beach last year with 2 stages put in every room, which made it more intimate. If you've ever been to a Warped Tour, Coachella, or Mayhem Festival, that's what it was like. I, for one, enjoyed the show, and even though it was hot outside, it brought that familiar festival vibe that everyone is itching for since Warped Tour is just right around the corner. We all have to get that pre-sunburn so it doesn't hurt as bad when the time comes, right? I'm planning on getting an interview with the creator of Black Skull and Pirate Entertainment, Mr. Ben Burt, at a later episode. Everyone, and I mean everyone who did not attend this year's Wild Wild Fest, I better see you there next year or I will be super sad. And leaving you with that, here are a few local showcases that will be worth checking out this month. May 22nd at Chain Reaction is Garrett Bourne's. Openers are yet to be announced. The show begins at 7 p.m. for this indie rock showcase, so show some love for that. Brought to you by Infringe Music. You can buy your tickets at allages.com. On May 28th, Pirate Entertainment presents a free show at the House of Blues in Anaheim with Light Up the Eyes, Behind the Fallen, Face the Throne, and more to be announced as well. This is a free show, like I had said, so there would be no excuse that you can't go unless something gets in the way, like you have to go to work. That's never fun. For tickets, you can let me know how many you'd like and state your name so I can leave them at will call for you. Just contact me at qkslvrck00@gmail.com with the subject House of Blues Anaheim Free Show. May 29th is Beowulf battling for a spot to play on this year's Vans Warped Tour presented by Journey. The Battle of the Bands will be held at D Piazza's in Long Beach at 9 p.m. I love having back-to-back-to-back shows all in a row, and this is going to be a good one. On May 30th, get ready to rock your socks off when Infringe Music brings you In Her Own Words, For the Win, and more. In Her Own Words will be filming their music video at Chain Reaction during their set, so get there early and be a part of the fun. It will begin at 7 p.m. Tickets can be purchased also at allages.com. I can't explain enough of the excitement I've had to have this featured artist be previewed on my podcast. One of the most talented musicians I know, Joe Piper, is continuing to make his fans smile. Growing up in San Diego, he lived in Newport Beach for a while before returning back to San Diego, where he resides now, with many projects going on to stay busy. Looking back, I remember when I interviewed his band Confide when they were on the 2010 Vans Warped Tour, and I interviewed Joel for the very first time. I was nervous because it was really the first time I had really interviewed the type of music genre that I was absorbed into. He was the drummer and clean vocalist for that band, and during the interview, his intelligence just shined through. Enough of my praising, though. Here is his song with his music project, Avery Parkway, titled Dream Big. I said previously, Joel has a lot of things going on for him. He's working on 2 full lengths for his solo project titled Joel Piper, and another titled Avery Parkway, and Parkway is spelt P-K-W-Y, coming out later this year. Be sure to check out the music video of Dream Big on YouTube. You can also find his EP on iTunes. Go check out his website at joelpiper.com and give him a like on Facebook at facebook.com/officialjoelpiper to get his updates on his daily life in music and life in general. Thank you for listening to Around the Block, and you can check out episodes 1 through 8 on kbpk-fm.com. Just find the tab that says podcast on the bottom left-hand side and you'll find me. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and now on Instagram by typing in TAMARAAAALYNN for all 3 of my pages. Until next time, this is Tamerlyn. Stay local.